Hello and welcome to PGurus channel. I'm your host Sree Iyer. Today I'm seeing the expression Ulta Chor Kotwal Ko Dante being played out. National Stock Exchange is challenging SEBI and saying that you don't really have any proof that any malfeasance was committed at NSE. And they have been able to successfully thwart the 1,000 crore fine by getting a stay at the SEBI appellate tribunal. And I don't know when these guys will lift the stay. They should be lifting the stay if there is no forthcoming evidence or if there is no grounds for it. It should not be forever. And I just really find that odd. If the rule doesn't permit that there should be a time limit, then there should be a time limit, because this is too serious a matter to be dragged out. All the fines imposed on the original executive team comprising of, I think, 14 individuals, Ravi Narayan, Chitra Ramakrishna, X, Y, Z, and so on and so forth. I don't think any of them have paid any fines. In fact, nothing has happened, and now NSE wants to go public. Wow. Now, if you have read my series called HFT Scam, you will see at the very end that I had written that NSE hopes to go public, and they hope to be valued at around 80,000 crores. Now, if you look at the ownership pattern of NSE, fully 33% is from FIIs, and I say FIIs in double quotes because the origin or the real owners behind these entities is unknown. It is like one of those blind trust, blind shell companies where you can't really find out who it is. But it is my surmise that these are individuals who are perhaps part of what I loosely call as the C company gang, including Mr. C himself. Now, if 33% is this entity, and if they go public and if they are valued at 80,000 crores, then this group stands to make close to 25,000, 30,000 crores. Lot of money. And for what? NSE has committed a grave crime. They have tried to, I think, cover their traces. But if you look at how they implemented high frequency trading, it is laughable. And now one of the main brains, kingpins behind this, Mr. Ajay Shah, has written a book with his mentor Vijay Kelkar, who I also think has a hand in this. Vijay Kelkar and a few other people, we can read PGurus on details of how I see some of these people's involvement in NSE and in sometimes looking the other way when malfeasance was being committed and so on and so forth. But all these people are suddenly now writing books, releasing them, and the entire Congress cabal is present at the book release function. So is Congress also going to be a beneficiary if NSE goes public? This is daylight robbery. They have committed a grave crime and nobody wants to punish them. The one shareholder representative, which is SEBI, actually stands up when NSE says stand, sits down when they say sit. What is this? SEBI is supposed to be the government regulator. They're supposed to be overseeing all the exchanges. And we've also seen that in the matter of MCX, SEBI again has been soft pedaling. Mr. Ajay Tyagi, do you understand? Do you understand stocks? Do you understand exchanges? Or you are another bureaucrat who is a general specialist? If I'm surprised because we have been writing tirelessly, Money Life, Hindu Business Line, and PGurus and Sunday Guardian. Four entities writing post after post, detailing all the different shenanigans that happened at NSE, at MCX, and at what SEBI is not doing. And yet no action. I've also seen SEBI not act in the case of NDTV2. So I just don't understand why SEBI will act in one case and not act in another case. And also in one of the most black and white instances of malfeasance that have been caught. This was caught by the SEBI Technical Action Committee, SEBI TAC, OPG Securities that they were bribing somebody at NSE to let them know when a certain server was being turned on so that they could get on first on that server. And this high frequency trading system, I shouldn't say, because these people did not put a load balancer. Load balancer technology was available from 1994, and these people had the high frequency trading in 2009. 15 years later. I don't think technology takes that long to travel from the United States to India. So it is laughable. They willfully did this thing. Whoever signed off on doing this random turning on and off of servers, on not installing a load balancer, all of them, they're all culpable in this 75,000 crore loot that happened by a certain set of people who are all hiding behind big names, and they're trying to somehow whitewash all this, paper over it, take it public, and then foot the bill to the common public. This is not going to go on. Already LIC and SBI and other banks are holding worthless pieces of stock. They're not even worth the cost of paper on which these are printed. And I don't want this happening again. I mean, I don't know who really runs the finance ministry, if it is Madam Sitharaman or if it's somebody else. I have no idea. But I am really concerned that people who have no knowledge of banking, who have no knowledge of stocks, who have no knowledge of how high frequency trading works, you need to have some grounding, guys. You really need to have somebody who lives, eats, breathes stock, how many ways they can screw people by hiding things. And this is all high funda, high tech stuff. Even I, with 37 patents, sometimes find the going difficult when I read the words that stock exchanges use, the kind of technology they use, the kind of word, the terminology they use to describe what essentially is legal theft. But that's a different matter. This happens not just in India, but elsewhere too, except that in India, the public don't seem to understand, and worse, the public don't seem to care. Only when they start seeing that they cannot withdraw their deposits from bank, that they suddenly wake up and say, oh, what is the problem? The government has to step in. And dutifully, the government will step in, make good all the losses, and stick it back to the customer. How does it do that? They'll print more notes. As soon as you print more notes, what happens? The rupee gets diluted. So, ergo, you're all going to get poorer. You're going to pay more for your gasoline, more for your onions, more for your potatoes, more for just about everything. So, my bottom line is, the government should not allow NSE to go off scot-free, and they also need to look at the couple of PILs that are pending in Madras High Court and Bombay High Court, and these things, or maybe Delhi High Court, these things need to be analyzed by judiciary and make sure that the malfeasance was not there. And I believe that these PILs will establish how the malfeasance was done. Remember that all these things happened only because whistleblowers wrote, and they wrote not just once but many times before SEBI got out of its stupor and started doing some token action. This thing can't go on. India cannot afford these kind of slip-ups. If you want to grow and become a $5 trillion economy or even a $10 trillion economy, that growth will happen if there is transparency in the financial system. Today, there is nothing but opaqueness. The longer India is in denial of this, the longer it's going to suffer. I hope good sense prevails and action happens soon. Thanks for listening, and subscribe to PGurus channel.